how many different hurdles can kind of come in the way. We're excited. We are where we are. From what I'm getting from her, she feels if I like something, she wants me to score everything else. This is where
The kaleidoscope queen herself, Brat, and her wife, Judy Dupart, are the subject of one of the most talked about celebrity partnerships of the past few years. If you've been following along, you know exactly who we're talking about. Ever since they made their relationship public, fans have been smitten with them. But what's really going on behind those flawless Instagram pictures and the seemingly flawless appearance? Moments, we have some exciting information, so pay attention. And let's dive right in. In the eyes of the public, everything has been going really well. The proud parents of their newborn son, legend Brat and Judy living the good life. But not everything is as easy as it seems. Let's look at a recent incident that made headlines online. You would think that something as simple as putting their infant in a car seat would be simple, but it wasn't. What began as a normal parenting scenario swiftly evolved into a completely different power battle that no one anticipated. This is where things started to get a little strange. Fans began to notice that Judy, who is usually so composed and helpful, seemed a little too involved. Instead of merely offering assistance, Judy seemed to be taking charge of the situation, even taking over Brat's buckling up task. It wasn't just a little help. It seemed like a total takeover. Judy's behavior showed a trend, which prompted some grave concerns. Now keep in mind that Judy is no novice when it comes to motherhood. She is a mother of 3 from a previous relationship, so you would think she would be more than capable of understanding the significance of Brat's first-time mom experience. However, based on what we observed, it appeared that Judy wasn't giving Brat the space she needed to bond with her child. Rather than helping her partner, she appeared more focused on handling every little detail. Was healthy, or was there something else going on here? Let's talk about Judy's past. When they first made their relationship public, one of the most significant moments that made people talk was when she gave Brat a white Bentley. While it was a kind gesture, it wasn't overlooked that it was an attention-grabbing move. Sure, it was a lovely gift, but some fans started to wonder whether the goal was to gain Brat's affection or anything else, such as gaining in control. The world watched as Brat and Judy had what seemed like a fairy tale wedding, complete with a carriage, gorgeous guests, and all the glitz and glamour. However, this is where things get a little complicated. Her image was Judy attempting to secure her place in Brat's life for reasons other than love. Although Brat and Judy were obviously in love, the haste to have the wedding on that particular date raised some red flags. The date was set for February 22nd, 2022, a date that was so significant that Brat even had a tattoo on her back to commemorate it. However, the more you look into it, the more you realize that there was something about that date that didn't seem to match the couple's true vibe. Judy appeared nearly adamant about Brat was supportive and agreed to make it happen no matter what. But did she really want this? Or was she just following Judy's lead? It appeared like Judy was making decisions and Brat was following suit. Even though we want to think that the wedding was a celebration of love, many started to question whether it was about love or something else, like power, prestige, or appearances. It's possible that Judy was more eager to establish herself as part of Brat's life and brand. When it comes to Brat, it's difficult not to wonder if Judy's actions are more about controlling her public image and less about the personal connection. This raises a larger question. Where does the business end and the real relationship begin? Remember, Judy is a savvy businesswoman who didn't build her kaleidoscope empire by sitting back and letting things happen. Judy and Brat are more than simply the Kaleidoscope X Brat hair care line was introduced by the pair, who are also business partners. Both of them have undoubtedly profited from their business partnership, but it's difficult to avoid wondering where the boundaries are between their relationship's genuine love and its maintenance and expansion as a brand. This debate of love and business extends to whether Brat and Judy are truly in love, or if Judy is more interested in Brat's platform and influence, their upbringing as well. Although being protective is normal, it's beginning to appear that Judy's concerns are more about power than nurturing. As we've all seen, Judy's actions with their baby legend have drawn criticism from some fans who feel that she is a little too controlling and protective of their child, rather than allowing Brat to enjoy her first moment as a mother. There is a sense that Judy may be more concerned with maintaining control of the story than genuinely supporting Brat as a new parent. While some fans contend that Judy's behavior is simply an indication of her strong personality, others are starting to wonder if there is something wrong with it. Her behavior has been described as overly protective or even obsessive, and it seems like she is doing everything in her power to be the dominant parent in this situation, even if it means ignoring Brat. More sinister in action. And what about Brat? How does she feel about all of this? It's hard to ignore the fact that she's been in the spotlight for years, and now she's a first-time mom, But is she really getting the support she needs from Judy? Or is she being coerced into a situation where she has to play along with Judy's plans? Some fans think Brat may be beginning to understand that Judy's actions are more about preserving control over her life and her destiny than they are about showing affection. Although Judy and Brat's career may appear to be the ideal couple, there is more going on behind the scenes as they post beautiful moments on social media. Fans are beginning to wonder about Judy's true motivations as a result of her handling of their child, her insistence on controlling every detail, and her focus on appearances. The crucial question now is if this connection is based on love or not. Is it something more calculated? Are Brat and Judy a perfect match, or is there something deeper happening? Here, fans are starting to wonder whether Judy is more focused on success than on nurturing the family she's built with Brat. It's clear that there's more going on than meets the eye as we continue to follow their journey. One thing is certain, things are far from simple. Only time will tell whether Brat and Judy can find a balance between love, business, and parenthood, or if the cracks in there, the relationship will keep growing. Remembering Brat and Judy's relationship is constantly under the public eye. The media is always watching, and every move they make gets scrutinized. In this environment, it's easy to start questioning what's real and what's for the cameras. Judy's business acumen is undeniable, but could it be that she's blending her professional and personal life in a way that's making things more complicated? Is it possible that Judy's investment in her relationship with Brat is not only emotional but also strategic? And when we examine their social media presence, we see expertly chosen posts in the style and impulse. Is it to show the world the ideal family, or is there a more sinister ulterior motive at work? Okay, how powerful is the lack of interest in people when E is also a more sinister ulterior motive at work? One thing that sticks out is Judy's consistent media appearances, even though after the birth of their child, she's always in the spotlight, posting, sharing, and controlling the narrative. But is this really about raising their child together? Or is Judy more interested in the visibility and attention it brings her? Brat, on the other hand, seems less inclined to jump into the spotlight with the same enthusiasm. This difference in approach only adds to the feeling that Judy may be using her platform to her advantage while Brat is just along for the ride. Let's take a moment to think about what this all means for their future. Is this just a phase of adjustment that every couple goes through when becoming parents, or is it a sign of something much deeper? Some fans believe this could be the beginning of bigger issues. If Judy continues to assert control over Brat, their relationship could face serious consequences. And as Brat navigates her new role as a first-time mother, it's possible that she may begin to feel overwhelmed and resentful of Judy's constant involvement. So what's the bottom line? Are Brat and Judy truly a perfect match? Or is their relationship built on something more complicated than love? The reality is no one really knows. But as we continue to follow their story, it's clear that there's much more beneath the surface. Fans will be watching closely to see how it plays out, and only time will tell if Brat and Judy can find the right balance between love, business, and family. What do you think, though? Is this a true love?